I'm going to try really hard not to compare too much to the old one. That being said, God, it is so much fucking better than 2017. I don't understand how how probably WB producers would look at what they had. And again, to your point, there are things that are going to be different that probably didn't exist 4 years ago to pull from. But man, there was a much better Justice League movie sitting inside whatever that 4 hours worth of footage that he shot back then, that anything had to be better than what those producers decided to make an hour and 45 minutes 4 years ago. Look, Ryan, I know for the last couple of videos, I've pretty much been talking a lot of shit about the Snyder Cut, saying there's only so many ways you can polish a turd. Here's what I have for Snyder today.
You're still a hater. I don't care what you come. You are such.
Slow clap for you, Snyder. You made it.
I thoroughly enjoyed my time watching this new Justice League.
100%.
The first one, it was just. The first one didn't even feel like a movie. It just felt like
a story.
It felt like a collection of scenes. I would pay money. I would pay more money than I would pay to watch either Justice League movie to see a behind just a 10-minute behind the scenes of what happened. Because I need to know what happened with that first Justice League movie.
How did we get that? And then we got this 4-hour epic story that we got in 2021. I don't understand how that happens.
It felt like it came from, which makes sense, like 3 to 4 different directors. Like the tones were all over the place. In the story, the Steppenwolf was just there. He was just generic. It was just a completely different movie. Like the entire ending was completely different.
From beginning to end, the tone was different. The execution was different. CGI, lighting, sound. I saw that there was a completely new score written for this, which I know you pointed out early on.
I pointed that out. Even the music was better.
Different. Yeah.
It was better. It was better. My least favorite character in the original Justice League was probably my favorite one in this one, Cyborg.
I was going to say, I assume you're talking about Cyborg.
I love Cyborg. Like, it made sense. I actually cared about the dad and Cyborg's relationship. I understood that family dynamic. And even the Flash. What's incredible to me, Joey, is just what 5 to 8 minutes worth of additional footage can do for a story. Like, just give 5 to 10 more minutes for the Flash, give 5 to 10 minutes for Cyborg, and immediately I'm in. I'm all in.
There was so much that I don't remember seeing 90% of the Cyborg scenes that I saw in this cut in the old cut. And those are things that you should probably, it's not like he had his own movie, so you should probably include some contextual scenes around it. So to your point, Cyborg, I've heard Zack Snyder say, oh, he's the heart and soul of this cut. He really is. He's a huge part, he's almost a bigger part than Superman.
That's what I was gonna say. This actually felt like his movie.
What they did with him in Flash to take them from just minor characters that are there for comedy purposes in the old movie, and now it actually gives them something to do and something that's pretty vital to the plot. Which was really fun.
The crazy thing is, it makes sense though. Wonder Woman, they already fleshed her out or introduced her in Batman versus Superman, right? Again, Superman, Man of Steel, Batman versus Superreal, right? Like they introduced those characters already. What the problem with the original Justice League was, they treated Cyborg and the Flash like they had already had their own movies. And it's like, no, they didn't. I don't know these characters. And what this cut did, it fleshed them out and it kind of even the it leveled them all out as far as just understanding their backstory, understanding their motivations, what's going on in their lives. Um, and so, for me, I think that was probably the strongest part is just once they were fleshed out, it felt like a team.
So I know this is basically common sense, but what a difference character building and a coherent story can actually make, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that is by far again, just the basics of telling a story is the improvement in this. We could talk CGI all day. We could talk, different changes to the design of Steppenwolf. We could talk about, getting rid of all the red tint that were in the final battles to just make it a nice presentation here. But everything was done better to the point where it makes me kind of sad that we probably won't get to see these characters again because I would watch this 4 hour cut over almost rewatching any other movie that's in the DCEU aside from like Man of Steel and Wonder Woman. I could still watch those, but I don't really think I'd pick any other. I would rather watch 4 hours of this than 2 hours of almost anything else. So that was our high level thoughts on what the Snyder Cut Justice League.
hater.
I am no longer a hater. I am a believer. We're going to have our full review up and running probably tomorrow night. So check back. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification so you don't miss our update tomorrow.